The market is down $9.2 million this week.
The world's ending, Jeff.
Comics are dead.
No, they're not. Superman 1 sold last week, so 9 million last week. This week, a lot less, but we're talking about the most hottest comic books in the world. And some of these blue chip books, we're getting word, inside information that you need to avoid. Hit the subscribe button. Number 10 on the list, we got the death of Gwen Stacy.
Amazing Spider-Man 121, one of the most important books in all of Spider-Man lore, period. This book, and when you see it on this list, I can't imagine ASM 122 isn't also kind of being picked up, so we should watch for that, The Death of Green Goblin. But when you have a book that's so memorable with the iconic snap, what is it?
Yeah,
Pop, crackle?
Yikes.
They're all bad and terrible.
A 9.2 went for $875. This is up 11%. Over $4,000 was spent above the recent 12-month average. It takes 3 sales to qualify on our list.
If we're tracking the census as well, it's good to know that there's 2 new 9.8s, but there is 196 minus from what there used to be. So we did see someone get lucky enough to get a bump on this book. And if you really want to talk about a key that solidifies Green Goblin as Spider-Man's ultimate villain, if not top 2, this is it. I mean, he caused the death of Gwen Stacy here.
Number 9 on the list, we have ASM number 300, the first full appearance of Venom, 9 sales, $7,000 spent. A 9.8 went for $2,700, up 8%. Now, we know a lot of these books have been selling because of the recent Todd McFarlane signing that got cut short. And I was thinking about this over this last week. You know, we're only a couple steps away from this not just happening again, but also really potentially changing the marketplace as it pertains to McFarlane collectibles. What do I mean by that? Well, if this were to be cut short again, it's kind of our fault for not sending things in fast enough. We now know that this can happen. So I imagine this time next year, maybe the year after, whatever date that gets solicited, no one's going to listen to. They got to jump on sending books in, which means there's probably going to be a lot more priority books that people are going to pick. But we all know that. We're going to see a flood of ASM 300s. We're going to see 299s, 98s. You know, we're going to see maybe some Spawn 1s, but more Gunslinger Spawns, right? I don't see that keeping up. I don't imagine Todd, who doesn't have to do any of these types of things, to like want to take time out of his day to just sign a small percentage of the work that he's done, because that's what people are prioritizing. We're just a couple steps away from what I think would may be the inevitable, which is him putting quotas on how many of these books he'd be willing to sign, let alone maybe ever signing them again. Can you foresee a day where Todd may go, you know what? No more ASM 300s after this next round. Imagine the kind of buzz that would cause.
You know, the people listening to this video, I can't tell you how many hearts you just potentially broke and terror you just struck for so many fans right now. I can't imagine him doing that, but if he did,
would you be surprised is my point, though.
I would be surprised.
You would? Okay.
I would.
But let me hit you with this. What if he said, I'm only going to do one more ASM 300?
Oh my God.
Highest bidder. What do you think someone would pay for that? And let's say he put
last issue of 300 ever signed.
What do you think that would go for? Think about it in the comment section. Just let me know, because this is something we haven't really seen taking place, where a creator is so prolific that they cut off the signing schedule.
That's crazy. Because if it came a 9.8 signed, I mean, just a regular 9.8, not a newsstand, that could be a $25,000 book. But what if it's like a 5.0? It's still probably like a $10,000 book.
Let us know what you think while we chat about number 8 on the list, Tomb of Dracula, number 10, and 9.4 went up 0%, $27.95. But people are still buying this because this has been in development hell for now going on 8-9 years. We got some updates this last week. Mia Goth tied to the film. She was supposed to portray Lilith and actually said she did like a wig fitting, did some like preliminary stuff, some scenes with Mahershala, like test footage. And she was very optimistic about this movie that they want to just get right. I mean, I don't know if this movie is ever going to happen, but you know what? I'm hearing right now rumors that you shouldn't buy this book right now in high grade.
I mean, I mentioned to you because I've heard some insider track information that there was...
Subscribe, baby. This is what it's all about.
There was a find of this book, Tomb 10, and another book on this list we're going to get to as well. So there has been an increase on the census for quite a few Bronze Age keys, and you got to just watch out. There's a lot more of these books out there than really is registered, and things just tend to pop up. And I remember seeing a video from somebody who had a box of Marvel Spotlight 2s, ASM 122s, and this was already years ago. So this stuff is out there and it's scary. Now, I'm not saying all of it's going to be 9.8s or 9.6s, but man, when you think about it, diving into some of this stuff, you got to kind of be a little careful. This is an evergreen key. Don't get me wrong. It's a super important book. You throw in kung fu, you throw in, monsters and vampires, you got an instant hit. So cool book still. I still love it, but just, you got to always assume there's more out there.
All right, let us know what you think about that in the comment section below, because sometimes we hear rumors of high grade copies just kind of being stored away, letting them go slow, little by little. And this is kind of the recipe for a disaster for a book like this because of the hang time the movies had to endure. And if someone's been stockpiling, let alone holding a find like this that would traditionally adjust the market really quick because they would tend to come out faster than they are, well, this can make it a perfect recipe for someone to lose out on a lot of money if the census starts to change rapidly. Number 7 on the list. Do me a solid before we do that, comicstom.com. I may be sold out by the time that they're watching this video. I think I have under like 30 boxes left. We have the December mystery mail called John Boy Myers, Fantastic Four number 6. We have the Invincible Woman going full Malice vibes on this cover. Everyone gets that. And then we also have the team up with Macroverse, Chamber of Chills 19, and authentic reprint. Every cover is unique and every box is guaranteed one. This is the first month we're doing three exclusives in every box plus a print. We changed it up a little bit. A lot of bonuses are going out. Hit the description, hit the website, support the show. Number 7 is ASM 20. I don't think people should be buying this right now. Although I love this classic Ditko key. 13K, 5 sales, 9.6 broke record, last selling in 2019 for $8,865. Now up 15% for the first time in comic history, selling for $10,200. Michael Mando supposedly going to be reprising his role as Matt Gargan. We may see Scorpion in Brand New Day. We may see the symbiote on Scorpion in Brand New Day. I think if the latter happens, it'll be more hype, but immediately people are going to forget about the Scorpion and start focusing on Venom. So at best, this comic is a appearance in Brand New Day as the Scorpion, but do you really see Scorpion like being an active villain within this movie, or maybe a flashback akin to like the gorillas owned by the Red Ghost in Fantastic Four, under 5 seconds in a flashback?
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't see him as the big bad. And even with a symbiote suit, I get it. He'll still be a temporary host for the symbiote. So I do think people are buying this book because it's a Spider-Man key. And I believe almost every week for quite a few weeks now, we're seeing some Spider-Man key in the Silver Age on our list. And this just happens to be the next one.
Number 6 on the list is Action Comics 242. 5 sales near $20,000. And I feel like this book doesn't get enough love, but the collectors, the diehards know. This isn't the only one on this list, too. We got some really cool books on here.
Now, why is there a little extra buzz on this book? Outside of it already being an absolute grail in my mind, is that James Gunn posted a storyboard for the next Superman movie. And on that, in the little corner, is what appears to be a character, Brainiac. And I'd like to question this. I have to question this because if you look at it, I wonder, is Brainiac really going to be in this movie? Okay, we see a picture, but if you look at it, it looks like he's flipping through a newspaper, a comic. Like, why is there a hand holding a page flipping? This could be a red herring. This could be legit. I don't really know, but I love this book.
Let us know what you think, because I think it makes sense to include Brainiac. Number 5 on the list, Marvel Spotlight 5. We got the first appearance of Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze. 5 sales, $35,000 spent. This is a big mama jama. 9.6 went for $28,800. That's up 4%. A lot of rumors about Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, and Avengers Doomsday. We're going to see him, right? Probably. I think we're going to see him. But most of the rumors have been about which version of Ghost Rider, likely Johnny Blaze, and then who is going to be attached. And rumors are that we have a Ghost Rider coming and the actor is known, but it's kind of a fight between a new actor and the reprisal of the role by Nicolas Cage. And it's starting to seem like Nick Cage may be coming back. I don't know, but if Nick Cage does come back, it means that we're probably getting more Ghost Riders, multiverse stuff. They're trying to wrap things up with the past, transition to a new future, which is why we're seeing like the end of the former mutant era, likely with Avengers Doomsday. But let's burst some bubbles. This is not a book you should be buying right now in high grade because this is another one that was apparently found in abundance.
We talked about Tomb 10 already, saying that there's more of these out there because someone had found bundles of certain books. Add Marvel Spotlight 5 to that as well.
Wow, you may want to just be holding off a little bit because if this starts trickling out, we may see the prices change rapidly, more than they already have over the last 5 years.
Yeah, this is a notoriously tough book. I get it. And from what I'm hearing, there might not be any 9.8s in this, but some 9.6s. So, be careful, tread lightly when you're buying this book. And, back to the Nicolas Cage thing. I hope that's temporary because, unless you're having like Ghost Rider riding a wheelchair or a walker, man,
Jeez.
no disrespect to Nick Cage. I just can't see him as our permanent Ghost Rider.
Dude, he's going to be Spider-Man Noir. They're making that work, dude. I think they can make it work for Ghost Rider. You guys let me know in the comment section because, dude, Daredevil 1 is at the list at number 4. $33,000 spent. We have a 9.2 that went for $28,800. A mighty sale, to say the least. But I want to bring it back to a conversation we had a couple weeks ago about coverless copies. There was a coverless no grade that sold for $500 this past week. That's an increase of 15%. Yes, some people have been getting coverless copies for under $500 this year. And I just want to let you think about that for a second. Like you can get a Sick Tick 1 at 9.8 for close to $1,000 now. Which would you prefer? A 9.8 Sick Tick 1 or a coverless DD1? First appearance of Matt Murdock, fucking Nelson, and Karen Page.
For $500?
$500.
For $500, I'd probably take the coverless.
Well, I want to know what you guys think because to me, I like comparing prices to other comparable collectibles as it pertains to value. And I'm not saying Sick Tick 1 should be worth less. I think maybe coverless copies deserve a little bit more love.
I agree.
Number 3 on the list, Batman 227. This book gets enough love from the collectors. I'm worried not enough modern collectors agree. We have one of the most iconic covers that's an homage to one of the most iconic covers of all time. And this one is done by Neil Adams. 7 sales, near $9,000 spent. A 9.0 went for $35.99, up 16%. A 6.0 clocked in a record-breaking sale for $1,000, up 23%.
This is one of those books I don't think you need to be a comic book fan to appreciate. Because when you see it, there's something about it that just resonates. Same with the Detective Comics 31 that it was homaged from. It's just something about it, and then it's done by one of the greatest Batman artists ever, Neil Adams. So, modern art collector or not, I do think modern people appreciate this book.
Well, right now, one of the hottest modern Batman books is Absolute Batman number 1. 9.8s are approaching consistently above the $350, $400 marker. You can get this Neil Adams classic, came out in 1970, between like a 2.0 and a 3.5 for that price. Which do you pick?
Oh, man.
Right? You guys let us know in the comment section because I would pick this book all day, every day. And you should have already bought in your Absolute for cover price because you should have been ordering it and just gotten the 9.8 for the cost it was to get the book graded. That's the correct answer, damn it. Hit the like button. Before we move on, I want to hit you guys with a Kickstarter that I'm so hyped about. You know, we are big fans of Bad Idea and all the stuff that they got cooking over there. And we were part of the release of Planet Death. And there is a original hardcover art collection that has gone to Kickstarter, cleared past $72,000. By the time you're watching this video right now, you're in like the last weekend to be able to back this project. Technically, I think the Kickstarter is over, but you're able to still make pledges as of right now. I'll put the link in the description. The artwork for Planet Death by Thomas Giarella is just fantastic. It's superb. And I'm someone who gets into a book and then wants to see the artwork to its fullest, oversized, every line, every, bit of ink on the page. And this right here is one of the best ways to indulge in that, along with every other cover and artwork that was done for Planet Death. And the tiers are ridiculous.
Yeah, the variety of tiers is very interesting. My 2 favorite actually happen to be the most expensive ones, but regardless, it seems like you kind of get bang for your buck because one of them is called Killed in Action. So you are drawn as a character in an issue, number 4, and you are killed, okay? And then there's a speaking role as a war hero, where you're also drawn in issue 4 as somebody who's got a line and is a hero. I mean, like, if you ever wanted to be in a comic book, like, you don't usually get this. You're not going to get this with like a Marvel or DC probably, right? So you kind of got this independent company who's doing something different and involving it. Granted, it costs money, but so freaking what? You're kind of immortalizing an issue.
This is not a plug that we're getting paid for. This is not a sponsorship. We're just big fans of Planet Death. And speaking of that, we're going to add to our already giant list of giveaways we're going to announce in this coming week on the Trending 10 Planet Death #1 giveaways just to celebrate the funding of this Kickstarter. Number 2 on the list, can you believe it that it's ASM 129?
10 sales with over $25,000 spent on this book. How is that #1? I don't know, but wait till you see the next issue. But the 9.6 went for $8,400. Now, that's a lot of money. That's 45% above the 12-month average. Seems like an overpayment when you look at this book. It is a legit sale, though. It's sold on Heritage, so it was bought. It's a beautiful copy. Will it get bumped? We will see, potentially.
If it does, you're getting like $8,000 to $10,000 in this market. I mean, we got the first full appearance of Punisher. And I love this key collector analysis. Use code TOM101, unlock a free 2-week subscription of the app. It's where we source all this data from. It's going to get you this info before we even hit the mic and keep you informed. Check this out. CGC graded copies account for over 1.5 million in sales between eBay, My Comic Shop, and Heritage auctions in 2025 alone. Ungraded transactions on eBay total approximately $200,000 in 2025. People be invested in comics is what I'm saying.
And if you're going to invest, why not invest in a key that you're seeing consistent growth? It's been on this list. I can't even tell you how many freaking times in the last 2 years.
36 times.
But
2025.
newer on this list.
Woo! Hit the subscribe, baby.
At
This
#1.
It's crazy, man.
The hottest book.
It's a modern book.
Back-to-back weeks, right?
I mean, technically, it's a back issue, right? I mean, this book came out last year in 2024. We have Absolute Batman issue #1, the hottest comic book in the world. Check this out. 14 copies at a 9.8 this last week sold for higher than the 12-month average. The highest for $336. However, by the time of this filming, there are higher sales that we're going to be reporting on. So you know this book is going to land on the Hot 10 next week.
How do you not buy this book? It's better than any coverless blue chip kid. Or is it? We had 2 record breakers. The Dedomaso variant, 9.8, sold for $131. That's up 90%. The Oliver variant, 9.8, sold for $93. That's just up 3%.
Yo, you guys got to catch up on Absolute Batman. The arc just concluded with Bane. We got Absolute Joker around the corner. We got Absolute Poison Ivy just a couple issues later. I mean, this is not going to lose steam. They landed the plane with this last arc, and people are boarding up, getting ready to enjoy the next ride that Scott Snyder is going to take us on. Have you caught up on Absolute Batman? Which is your favorite Absolute comic coming out right now? Because Absolute Wonder Woman is superb as well. Shout out Martian Manhunter. And of course, as always,
Collect the old and gold and geek responsibly.
enough said. And that's the end of the video, Jeff. We're giving away 10 copies of Final Boss. We're also going to give away 10 copies of Planet Death #1, my Ryan Benjamin ASM 300 cover. ComicTom.com, put your phone number in, our text message group, our SMS group. This is how we communicate with you when we do a random drawing. We do giveaways every week. We try to remember to announce them every week. Sometimes we forget and we have to double up like we're going to do on the trending video. But put your phone number in and you're part of all of the madness going forward until the end of time. Have a great week.